My dear sisters and brothers in Christ, after the miracle of the multiplication of the bread, the disciples were going to the other side of the Sea of Galilee without Jesus. Meanwhile, their boat was being tossed about by the heavy waves. At dawn, Jesus approached them walking on the water. They thought that he was a ghost, but Jesus told them, "Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid." Then Peter made a bold attempt to reach Jesus by walking on the water. After started walking, he hesitated whether he could finish the walk without being drowned before reaching Jesus. At that moment, he began to sink and cried, "Lord, save me." Jesus stretched out his hand and caught Peter and said, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" The Gospel passage is teaching us many lessons. In the beginning, Peter is so confident that Jesus has the power to do anything for him. He is not afraid of the sea or the wind and is willing to risk his life to get closer to Jesus. Our life consists also of storms that make us wonder whether we will sink. We face many financial, emotional, physical, and even relationship problems in our life on a daily basis. We need to remember that Jesus is always walking by our side, even when we do not recognize his presence. Our Christian life is a giant leap to get closer to Jesus. It is getting into the water, believing that Jesus is with us and he would save us from sinking. We must hold on to the extended hand of Jesus and continue walking without fear. It is crucial for us to focus our attention on Jesus. We want to be good people, but our human weakness and struggles make us vulnerable. Some of us might have prayed several times to the Lord to save us from an addiction and are still holding on to it. A few of us might be carrying the scar of an emotional injury from the past. Many of us might be struggling with our faith life, spiritual life, sexual life, or even family life. This story of Peter is telling us that we are not alone in this struggle. We should never forget that the extended hand of Jesus is always next to us, and we just must hold it before we sink. Jesus is also asking us to help someone in our neighborhood who may need our support to stand firm in his or her life. Peter represents all those who are filled with faith in one moment and then miserably fail in the next. He is not a fake person, but a real human being, and is not afraid to acknowledge his shortcomings. It is not our failing that causes the problem, but it is our inability to trust God which makes us fall. There will always be winds and waves as we sail through the waters of our life. The sea is so big and we are so small. But Jesus is bigger than all these and has power over our lives. God assures us through prophet Isaiah, "Do not fear, I am with you. Do not be anxious, I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my victorious right hand." Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. Let me conclude this homily with the words of Pope Benedict XVI to the youth of Madrid, Spain in 2011. Dear friends, may no adversity paralyze you. Be afraid neither of the world, nor the future, nor of your weakness. The Lord has allowed you to live in this moment of history so that by your faith, His name will continue to resound throughout the world. Let us make present Jesus at every moment of our life. Let us ask Jesus to calm our fears and take control of our life, especially in matters where we have no control.